Hello dear children, welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, I hope you have read the textbook covering the points which we have discussed in the earlier class related to chapter 7, directing. Now let us proceed with this chapter and see some more concept related to this chapter. The next thing which we have to study related to this chapter is elements of directing. There are 4 elements of directing. They are supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. Supervision means overseeing the employees at work to ensure optimum utilization of resources and achievement of work target. So every organization, they have some target to achieve. So here the supervisor, he plays a very important role by overseeing the employees at their workplace, and he also ensures that there is optimum use of resources, and through that we can achieve the work target. More detail about this supervision is deleted from your portion. You just understand what is the meaning or concept related to supervision. The next element of directing is motivation. What is motivation? Let us see through this slide. Motivation means the process of making subordinates to act in a desired manner to achieve certain organizational goals. So there are certain organizational goals that we have to achieve in a desired manner. Okay, so there is a way of doing the things. So in that desired manner, we have to achieve the organizational goals, and for that subordinates are motivated. Okay, so motivation is a process through which we make the subordinate to act according to the desired manner so that organizational goal can be achieved. Motivation depends upon satisfying needs of the people. So for motivating a people, we should know the needs of the people. According to that, we have to satisfy them. Now let us see the definition of motivation. Motivation refers to the way in which urge, drives, desires, aspirations, strivings or needs direct, control and explain the behavior of human beings. So our behavior will change according to our desire, our urge, our aspirations towards achieving a particular aim. So if your aim is to score excellent mark in your +2, so your urge, your drive, your desire should move as per that. Okay, so motivation also refers to the way in which your urge will be satisfied, and for that your behavior towards it will change. Now here are some important terms related to motivations. First of all, we have to know what is motive. Motive is an inner state that energizes, activates or moves and directs behavior towards the goal. So it is something from within that give us energy, that make us activated and makes us move, so that our behavior changes to achieve that goal. Motives arises out of the needs of individuals. So it is our need that makes us motivate. Some such motives are hunger, thirst, security, affiliation, recognition, etc. So motive for every person is different. For some person it may be hunger, for some other it may be thirst, some other it may be security feeling. So that it depends on person to person. The motive is different for different from individuals' point of view. Now what is motivator? Motivator is a technique used to motivate people in an organization. Motivator is a technique which is used by the manager to motivate the employees. So that can be motivators. Some of the motivators maybe in the form of pay, bonus, promotion, recognition, etc. in the organization, to influence people to contribute their best. So how can we influence, how the manager, what manager uses to influence the people so that they can contribute their best in the workplace? So the manager uses pay, bonus, promotion, recognition. So these are the techniques which manager use as a to influence the people. Now next is motivation process. Motivation process is based on human needs. An unsatisfied need of an individual create tension, which stimulates his or her drives. This drives generate a search behavior to satisfy such needs. If such needs is satisfied, the individual is relieved of tension. So it is like a process, my dear children. Motivation process means it is based on our needs. What is our need? It makes us unsatisfied. Okay, and some types of tension will be created in us because we are deprived of that need. We don't, it is to get what we need, we will start searching, a sense of, a type of search behavior will be emerged in ourselves, and we will start searching for the thing which will satisfy our need. And when we get that thing what we need, our need will be satisfied and we will be relieved of our tension. So that is motivation process. Okay, now you can see a pictorial representation of motivation process. First stage is we have some need and we are lacking of that thing what we actually required. So deprivation is the situation, we are lacking that thing which we need. Then drive means it creates that thing which we don't have, that creates a drive in us. It creates a tension or drive to fulfill that need. And then actions will start, that is goal directed behavior will start from there. And at last, when that need is satisfied, or when we achieve that need, we are satisfied, and that reduces our tension, our drive, as our needs are satisfied. So this process is a continuous process, and after satisfying this need, a new need will arrive. So this process goes on. Okay, now features of motivation. What are the features of motivation? Motivation is an internal feelings, the urge, desires, aspiration or need of the people which are internal, influences human behavior. So these things are there within us. Okay, so these are the things which changes our behavior. For example, people may have the urge or desire for possessing a motorbike, comfortable house, reputation in the society. These urge are internal to an individual. So this is a feeling which is within us, and for the satisfying these needs, we will our in behavior will change. Okay, so all the working will be related to satisfy our need. All the working will be related to satisfy our needs. So these are some of the needs which will influence our behavior. So manager have to understand what is the need of that person with which we can influence that person. So first of all, the feature of motivation is an internal feelings. Second point is motivation produces goal directed behavior. For example, the promotion in the job may be given to the employee with the objective of improving his performance. So on the basis of improvement of employee's performance, the person is given the promotion. If the employee is interested in promotion, it helps to produce a behavior to improve the performance. So if the employee is interested in promotion, getting promoted in his job responsibility, in his job position, in his salary, then he will produce a behavior which will improve his performance. So if his performance increases, gets better, then his promotion is he can that is, there is a guarantee of promotion. So his behavior will change according to, or his performance will improve, so that he can satisfy his need of promotion, getting promoted. So we can say that promotion produces a goal directed behavior. So our goal is promotion. So as per that goal, our behavior will change. That will, we will improve our performance. That is our behavior, okay, to satisfy this goal. Next is motivation can be either positive or negative. So manager, he can give a positive motivation to the employee as well as a negative motivation to the employee. Now positive motivation provides positive rewards. So how a manager can give a positive motivation? By giving a positive rewards like increase in pay, promotion, giving promotion, recognition, etc. These are the examples of positive motivation. Otherwise, the manager can go for a negative motivation, uses negative means like punishment, stopping increments, threatening, etc., which also may induce a person to act in the desired way. So to make an employee to act in the desired way how the manager wants, he can use a negative motivation of giving punishment, stopping his increments, or threatening him regarding his job and all that. So with that also the manager can make the employee to work as per the desired ways. So we understood that motivation can be either positive or negative. Now motivation is a very complex process. Why it is referred as a complex process? Can you tell me? Yes, because each individual is different. His need is different. His way of behavior is different. So motivation is a very complex process because any type of motivation may not have a uniform effect on all the members. Individuals are heterogeneous in their expectation, perceptions and reactions. So every person is different. So their expectation is different, their need is different, their reaction is different. With this difference, it is difficult to understand what can motivate that employee. It is a very difficult process for a manager to understand what can influence a employee and give him motivation according to that. That's why motivation is referred as a very complex process, difficult process we can say. So children, now it is time to wind up our class. Let us have a review of what we have studied in today's class. We saw the meaning of motivation, definition of motivation, and we also saw some of the terms related to motivation, that is motive, motivator and motivation process. We also saw the 4 features of motivation. So you have to go through the chapter, read it and underline the main points, and attend the test paper attached. So let us wind up now. Meet you in the next class with new topic. Till then, goodbye.